Really keen to see how long it lasts in this phase. So 38 minutes now. All right, cool. So this is what it looks like. I think people are going to think I'm like obsessed with this little thing. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Beautiful day out there, and today I've got something new for you. So you guys have seen my Solo Stove Mesa videos. If you haven't yet, I'll link it up there for you. In that video we did a 500 gram test of pellets as well as hardwood, and I gotta tell you, the hardwood beat the pellets hands down. But I got so many comments and so many requests to actually do a top-down burn with pellets, so we're gonna do that today. Stay with me, let's have some fun. Alright guys, so what we'll do today, I'm gonna just fill up this guy here. So I'm gonna start filling this guy up, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fill it up to just underneath the burn rings. So I'm gonna try and fill it up all the way, just so that it doesn't block any of the burn holes. Alright, so that holds 360 grams of pellets. Right, I'm going to put this guy on, and what I'm going to do to light it is I'm just going to use one of these little beautiful little bundles of fire starter. I'm going to stick that on there, and we're going to light that, and we're going to see how long it lasts for, what the burn's like, and what happens then. So it's one thing having, you know, a reasonably long burn time, 40 minutes plus is what I'm expecting. But then what happens after that? Do you just add more handfuls? Does it die? Do you have to start again? So I'm keen to see what that does. But for now, let's get this going. Just gonna get that lit. So there we go, guys. And what I'll do is I'll start the timer sort of now. All right, timer is going, and I'll bring you back when this is kind of lit and going a little better, and I'll show you what it looks like. Sweet. Seems like it's going still, which is good. I don't think any of the pellets have caught yet, but I'll keep an eye on it. So far there's still no smoke, it's still pretty nice. The little fire starter thing's doing quite well. But we haven't had any ignition on the pellets yet. It's alright, I'll bring you back. Alright guys, so we're exactly 2 minutes in now. The fire starter is well and truly on its way. I don't see any of the pellets igniting yet. So I'm hopefully that'll start happening fairly soon. But yeah, so 2 minutes in, burn's been fairly pleasant, it's been enjoyable. Alright guys, so we're exactly 6 minutes in now. The fire starter is about to sort of go out, and some of the pellets around it have lit. I hope you can see here what it looks like. So we're just about getting started now. Took about 6 minutes, I'd say 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes or so. There's a little bit of smoke coming out now because obviously some of the things are igniting. And just a couple of the pellets around the fire starter have started to catch now. So that looks fairly promising. I'm just hoping it doesn't die at this point. I think this method will be quite hard to do in wind, for sure. Some of the other ways people have said to do it was to soak a cotton ball in alcohol and use that to light it. That would work as well. I just thought I'd use a little fire starter today. It seems to work just fine. What I did do though is I pushed the fire lighter into the pellets just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of surface area along the sides to catch. So yeah, I think we're on our way now. My timer now is 7 minutes 15 seconds. Cool. So I'll bring you back when this is fully going, and yeah, we'll take it from there, guys. Cheers. All right, guys. So we are 16 minutes 30 seconds in, and basically the entire top surface of the burn chamber is now lit. Took a while, but that's okay. It wasn't too bad. Like, it was still fairly pleasant with a little fire lighter burning and watching everything catch a little bit. So I'm hoping you can see. I'll show you in the other camera what this looks like right now. So I hope you guys can see there what it looks like. So the entire top surface is burning, everything's going, almost all of the burn holes are jetted. So yeah, we're finally going, maybe 17 minutes in. But yeah, it's been fairly pleasant so far, I must say. Just put this in the right spot. So yeah, it's been pretty nice. As you can tell now the flames are really starting to go. It's pretty good. So I'm really keen to see how long it lasts in this phase. So like I said, 17 minutes to get to this point. It was quite pleasant. I think if you were out in wind, this process wouldn't work. You'd have to use an alcohol method or something else. A natural fire starter wouldn't work in the wind because it just wouldn't, I don't think it will let the pellets ignite. But yeah, we're fully solid going now. Credit to the Solo Stove Mesa. It's an incredibly beautiful burn. It's very pretty, and pellets have always given me the prettiest burn, just not the most efficient. So I'm keen to see what this is like. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on this, and I'll bring you back when there's movement. I'm gonna really enjoy this today. This is awesome. Being able to sit here and just relax next to a little fire. It's great. Awesome, guys. I'll bring you back. Alright guys, so we're 25 minutes in. This is kind of that point where you can start relaxing and enjoying the little fire and sitting around it, and sort of, you don't have to pay too much attention to it. It's kind of going by itself. The top sort of layer of pellets is completely burnt out, so the flames need to come from below, which is interesting. I do see the pellets sort of settling every couple of seconds, so there is definitely a bit of compression happening, which is great. The flame isn't as tall as I would usually expect with pellets. It's still very pretty, it's still very nice, but it's just not as tall. So I'm wondering what exactly is going to happen as soon as this starts dying down. So let me just confirm the time here for you. So exactly 26 minutes. So if you count from proper ignition, which was 17, we've had 9 minutes of burn, 9 minutes of effective burn so far. So yeah, let's see. Still going good. Alright guys, so we're almost exactly 30 minutes in now. Still going pretty strong, still going pretty good. Once again, the flame isn't as tall as I would expect with pellets, but I guess that's just because it's a different sort of burn configuration. It's still going strong, still looks exactly the same way I'd expected, except for the height. Yeah, so far so good. I really like that. So that's 30 minutes. So from actual pellet ignition, we're at 13 minutes now, and 30 minutes in total. As remember, it took us 17 minutes to actually get it going. So yeah, it's pretty good. I do still see pellets settling every sort of couple of seconds. There's a little sound and something settles. So there's definitely burn happening underneath the burnt layer at the top. Yeah, so far so good. I'll bring you back in another few minutes. Cool. Alright guys, so 35 minutes in. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Still going quite strong. It's a really pretty flame pattern, as you'd expect. With these things, they're great. So 35 minutes, and yeah, I haven't touched it. I haven't added anything. I've just left it alone for 35 minutes. So that's good. That's really good. So 38 minutes now, guys, and I gotta tell you, it's still cool under here. As you'd expect with this guy usually, it's still perfectly cold underneath, and I can still touch it along the sides, and it only starts getting hot about there. So that little part's hot. Underneath here, it's totally fine to touch, up to about there, I think. So yeah, still, as you'd expect, still very nice. Table's ice cold. Legs are ice cold. That's perfectly fine. You can pick it up here. So very nice, very, very nice. And the pellets have settled down. I think the top layer is now about that much away from the actual secondary burn holes. So yeah, it is compacting, which is something I wasn't expecting, which is quite nice. So yeah, I'd like to see how long we keep going for. So I think what I'll do is when this starts dying, I'll tell you what the timings of that is, but then I'm going to add a sort of maybe a handful of pellets just to see what happens if it catches again. Because if that does, then that's probably the most efficient way of using pellets in the Solo Stove Mesa. And I wish I had a drain plate so I could just sort of, you know, have a flat surface on the inside. But I don't have one. If you've got a drain plate, please let me know how that goes and if you've tried the top-down burn yet. And it's funny, as I'm doing this, someone's just commented on Facebook, on YouTube, asking me to do a biomass burn. So, okay, I'm probably going to go to the shop after this and we'll do a biomass test. And I'll put that up in a separate video for you in the next few days. But yeah, then I think I've burnt everything in here that you could possibly burn, and I hope we can then put this to rest. But then the funny thing is I'm going to buy the Solo Stove Mesa XL and we're going to repeat all of these again. So it's going to be fun times. I think people are going to think I'm like obsessed with this little thing. I'm not. I just really like it for what it is. I've had this now for, you know, over a year and a half. I'm not sure exactly how long. But yeah, it's been a strong feature on most of my camps and I highly rate this little piece of kit. So yeah, it's exciting for me to sort of try different things and try different burn methods and see what works and, you know, how they compare to each other. It's been really fun. And I'm glad you guys have enjoyed it as well. That's really cool. Yeah, I'll give you an update on the time real quick. So 40 minutes, 30 seconds. Right, 40 minutes, 30 seconds, which is great. That's a reasonably respectable time. So it's pumping out a lot of heat. It's very pretty. It's still cold underneath there. So yeah, I'll bring you back when it's starting to die and we'll see what the next step is with that one. Sweet, guys. Alrighty guys, we're at exactly 43 minutes and 15 seconds. It's starting to die. I'm gonna call it there. So I'm gonna add a bunch of pellets and let's see what happens. Right, so guys, we've got a 42-minute burn from lighting the fire lighter to the pellets being sort of, you know, at the end of their life. So that gives you, that's 25 minutes of actual pellet burn for 360 grams. I think that's about probably on par to the previous test of using 500 grams and just adding every once in a while. I think it's about on par. But what is cool is I've just managed to relight it from that point. So that's fairly cool. So I'm just going to fill it up again to the point where it was previously. All right, there we go. Completely full again. All right, cool. So that's completely full again, and we're at 46 minutes and 30 seconds. So let's see how long that takes to burn down now. It's a little smoky. So it is smoky, but the smoke seems to dissipate fairly quickly. So if you wanted to do this on a stealth mission or whatever, I wouldn't recommend adding a whole bunch of pellets back in, because it does this, and I think it's probably be fairly obvious outside. But yeah, we're going, definitely going. Man, this looks super interesting. I might just see if I can grab this for you from this angle. So this is what it looks like right up close here. Very, very interesting burn. It's quite cute actually. I don't know how to describe what I'm seeing here. That's very cool. I hope you guys can see this. It's fantastic. What an interesting burn pattern. Check this out. That's very cool actually. Alright, it seems like we're getting properly going now again. Flames are quite tall, just about up here. Yeah, that was fairly easy actually. So added basically a whole thing of this back in. Not that much work. It's great. So let's see how long this lasts, and I'll bring you back for final thoughts. Sweet. Alright guys, 54 minutes for that second lot. So we've had a 54-minute total burn time with 2 lots of pellets. And I got to tell you, the second lot didn't last, you know, at all as long as I thought it would. As you can tell here, we're just about done. So, what does that mean? It means, yes, if you do a top-down pellet burn, you're going to get, you know, 40-45 minutes maybe. Alright? Adding another bunch of pellets in does work. It smokes a bit, but it does work. And you can extend that by another 15 minutes each burn. I still, for myself, I don't think this is a very efficient way of using this little stove. It's a pretty burn, but it's not as efficient as using hardwood. It really is. It just isn't. I don't know what else to say. It's lovely. I enjoyed it, but still, you know, we're fully extinguished now. No more flames visible, and we're at 55 minutes 20 seconds. You know, for 2 big handfuls, about an hour's burn. Yeah, it's not bad, but every time you add another bunch of pellets, you may be adding another 10 minutes of burn time. I think for myself, I just enjoy putting in one little block of hardwood, you know, every 5 to 10 minutes to keep it going. I think that's a much more pleasant experience for me. This, you have to watch it, because if it goes below a certain level, it will just die. Like it has just died now. Let's see if I add, I've got a little sort of, you know, 10 little pellets in there. Let's see if that kicks it back on. Yeah, kicks it back on. So yeah, you can keep this going, doing it that way, totally fine. But you guys, I still prefer hardwood, and that's my recommendation for you to use still to this point, is using hardwood and a fire lighter. Still a better experience, much more enjoyable experience in my opinion. You know, everyone is different, everyone likes different things, so this is what I enjoy, is a hardwood burn in the Mesa. But like I said to you before, someone just asked me to do a biomass burn in here, so I'm going to do that in a follow-up video as well to see what that does, and then I've burnt everything in here that is reasonable to burn. So then we'll have a much clearer opinion of, you know, hardwood versus pellets versus biomass, and then we can put this to bed. All right? So yeah, I want to wait for this to die out properly, and yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you've enjoyed this content, I'll put a link to the full Solo Stove Mesa playlist in the description for you, as well as hopefully in the corner up there as well. And have a watch, have a look through. If you have any other questions or any other suggestions, pop them in. You know, let's take this as far as we can go. And yeah, guys, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you for the next video. Cheers, everyone. Ciao now. Bye.